In the spring of 2008, I set out on a mission to canoe the Whitewater of the Upper St. Francis River with my father, Greg Witte, and friends Tom Tillinger and Jason Hardy. My wife Joy and our infant daughter Kerra were there to witness this bold endeavor. Growing up, I heard countless stories from my dad about his adventures tubing and canoeing on this river. I had also spent time on some swift rivers in Alaska, which fueled my arrogant excitement for this trip. We began by inspecting the riverbanks and an old dam built in 1941 for a nearby silver mine. We stood in awe of the Class 4 Cat's Paw rapids we would be facing the next morning. That night, I could hardly sleep from the excitement. At dawn, Joy drove us to our launch point at Roselle Access by the Highway 72 bridge. Snow was falling as we prepared our canoes. I was in a We-no-nah Prospector 17, my dad was in a 16-foot Old Town Canoe, and Tom and Jason were in a loaned 16-foot aluminum canoe. The falling snow added an extra layer of drama to our adventure. As we set off, a group of whitewater kayakers sternly warned us against continuing downstream. We laughed off their warnings, confident in our ability to navigate the river in our touring canoes. Little did we know the river had other plans. Minutes into the journey, disaster struck. Tom and Jason's canoe was caught by a sweeper, capsizing and sending them into the frigid water. My dad and I paddled hard to rescue their gear while Tom and Jason swam the canoe to shore, exhausted. Amid the chaos, my dad cut his finger. With impressive resourcefulness, he fashioned a makeshift bandage from the waistband of his underwear. The river, lined with amazing boulders the size of cars, led us to Millstream Gardens, marked by a distinctive twisted pine tree. Here, Tom and Jason ended their trip, climbing into a car to warm up. Joy and Kerra cheered my dad and me on as we continued, the real test lying ahead at the Cat's Paw Rapids. Reaching the Cat's Paws Rapid, my dad entered the drop first and capsized, clinging to his boat as he navigated the turbulent waters. Anxiously, I followed, maneuvering through the chute backwards. I stayed upright but was swamped by the deep waves. Both canoes faced relentless challenges from the river. Downstream, my dad showed signs of hypothermia. We rested at a day-use area before deciding to continue. But soon his canoe flipped again, leaving him trapped in a keeper hole. I managed to recover his canoe and help him to shore. Realizing the severity of our situation, we decided to abandon the river and walk downstream. Reuniting with Joy, Kerra, Tom, and Jason, we hauled our boats back to camp. While I huddled by the fire, Joy and Kerra cared for me. I fought off the onset of hypothermia, while the others warmed themselves in the truck as they headed back to St. Louis that night. This adventure was a testament to the fine line between bravery and folly. We emerged wiser, grateful to have walked away from this experience. Be wise, not foolhardy, but never quit adventuring. Our journey through the Upper St. Francis River is a reminder that while nature's beauty is awe-inspiring, it demands respect and preparation. Let this story inspire your own adventures, but always approach them with caution and care.